Okay, we have a special guest for tonight for this show, and she is no others than our Charlene Ng. She's a professional life coach, and we will be talking about how to do proper goal setting so that we can have a purposeful and fulfilling process, especially for business people like us, as well as professional. Let's welcome Charlene. Charlene, take it away, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick, and also Mandd. I'm happy to be here, sharing a lot more about, how to set the goal properly and how to see through that, and how many of you actually want to achieve that, right? So, yeah, very great evening to all of you guys here. Right, so I'll just go ahead and introduce myself. I just sell service, okay? right. I like this kind of impromptu and then chit chatting. I think make it a little bit more casual, and I can also share a little bit more tips and also tricks, and hopefully some strategies can help for those who are joining us in this Zoom or Facebook Live to have some insights, right? So right now it's at the Q4 coming soon, right? Very soon, 2023 is going to be over. So what's up for 2024 for you, right? So a little bit of introductions about myself. So I've been in coaching since 2018. So I have helped a lot of about more than 200 working professions to get their next level of promotions in their career. So for business owner wise, a lot of business owners will come and find me about to really build on their own resilience in terms of seeing through some of the targets that they want to have in their business, basically. So these are the two primary people that will come for me for coaching, right? And I think talking about goal setting, it's very close to my heart, right? So a couple of years ago, when I have certain goals in life, right, especially when I was in corporate for the last 17 years, and I wanted to get out from that space, right? Because it is indeed a career transition for myself at that point of time. But these particular thoughts and also so-called the goal that I have, I say, I want to get out and I want to start my coaching business, right? I want to get out, I want to start my coaching business. So this thought has been lingering ever since, it's maybe 2016, 2017. And it took me great 3 years after struggling in terms of getting myself up to certain standard in terms of like, do I really want this goal to actually materialize? And what I realized was the goal wasn't really clear in terms of what do I want to achieve in the next phase of my career. So what happened was 2017, I kind of like, okay, just got my coaching certification done halfway, and thinking about, should I quit right now? And then should I just start in 2017? So I say, okay, maybe wait for 1 more year. There's no solid ground for me to even kickstart the entire process of achieving that goal of setting up a coaching business. So what happened was 2018 come, I'm still thinking. 2019 come, I'm still thinking. 2020 come, I say, okay, this is not working. 2020 is a big year for all of us in terms of many fronts, including myself. And that year, I say it's not working at the beginning of before the pandemic starts. I told myself, says that if it's not working, maybe I find someone to help me to get it done, right? And in my mind, there's no any other people than a coach to help you to go through the entire goal setting process with clear and specific goal, and then subsequently, see you through for the entire coaching durations to achieve that goal itself. I, as a person who is truly really believe in coaching work, so I surrender to the entire process thereafter, and here I am speaking to all of you, and very welcome for those who are joining us in the Zoom here, and welcome for those who join us in the Facebook Live. That's a little bit about myself, switching career transitions, and it is a big thing for me. And it has got me to I have gone through a lot of transformations throughout these last 3 years itself, right? I must say that that's relation to the goal setting part. Yeah, I'm going to share a bit more. Maybe, I would like to hear both Nick and Mandd, any specific things that you would like me to kickstart first. Yeah, for the audience here. Nick, I think you are mute.
Nick, you are muted.
Sorry. Okay. How about maybe you wanted to share with us, how do you actually okay, what do you think that some of us are very hard to follow their own goals, and maybe maybe this question first. Thank you.
Yeah, it's so common. It's so common that whenever New Year comes, right, and everyone asking, "Hey, first January, so what do you want to achieve this year? So what is your aspiration this year? What is your New Year resolution?" And I believe all of us human beings who only want three things in life. Yeah, I want more money, I want better health, I want a good relationship. True? Yeah, I'm seeing people nodding their head. Yeah. So in relation to more money, for example, it could be coming from your business, coming from a sales target, right? If you are working professionals of a certain company, it could be your promotion, it could be your career, it could be your bonus, could be, maybe this year I should change my job, right? That sort of questions actually may be surfacing at the beginning of the year. And that is the time when a lot of people are thinking about having a new way, new directions, because New Year is, it's a new year thing, and I need to ride on to that momentum. So what's happening is at that point of time, when the goal is not being set properly, and that is when people fail to achieve that. Because, I want better relationship with my spouse, for example. Yeah, I want, a better health, for example. But what does it mean to you? What does it look like? Right. And I always share with my clients that this is a tips for whoever is setting goal for the next year. Something you can see, hear, and touch and feel. Literally. Okay. I give you an example. Good health, right? Some of us, really want to have better health. Some want to run 42 kilometers of marathon. Some wants to just climb 10 floors of steps. Some just want to be able to lift up certain things because body strength, right? Some just want to be able to run 5 clicks, 1 click. No matter what is that number is, make a number come out, right? You have a number, and subsequently you know how to measure. Am I having a good health by just running 1 kilometer? But for certain people are really challenging to just run 1 kilometer, right? To them, it's already an achievement. That is a milestone. It's not the end of what you're going to have for the rest of your life, right? When we set goals, we talk about small little milestone. And that's when things will start to continue to roll.
When you mentioned about small little milestone, right? How do you actually basically adjust yourself or take yourself better to make sure that I really done this, or should I move to the next one, or how do you do proceed like that?
Okay, let me address that question slightly differently. Let's just say business owner, right? And you may have a sales target of like maybe, I don't know, 500,000, depending on what business you're doing. I'll just put a number here. So 500,000 worth of sales target. If you're equally dividing it in 12 months, maybe someone can help me do the maths. Or maybe I use 120K, so 10K a month, okay, is easier for me to calculate. 120K worth of sales target, so 10K a month, right? If you divide it equally flat. But for certain business, there may be a seasonal thing. Maybe certain business only work on certain seasonal changes. For example, festive seasons, celebration holidays, or maybe some business dealing with tuitions, for example, PSLE coming, and that's when the teachers are most busy at this point of time. Tuition centers are full with kids, right? So this and that's when the sales target you will be able to meet that, right? So you have to consider different areas. So having that big goal in mind is the key crucial thing in the first place. And then you roll back in terms of depends on seasonality, depends on timeline periods, or depending on how some months you want to work, some months you don't want to work, and then it will fluctuate accordingly, right? And some business owner put it down into monthly, some business owner put it down into quarterly, for example. And this quarter, for example, I just want to clock 60K out of the 120K. Okay, then maybe the next half of the year, I'm done, right? because it's a season to be able to clock certain sales. So all these little things needs to be planned carefully and depending on individual context. Yeah. So I'll give you another example. Maybe for working professions, one of my past clients, she wants to get promoted, right? When she comes to meet at that point of time, I believe it was in the month of April, May, that kind of period, right? Promotion doesn't really happen then. If you need to happen, it's already happening, right? So she's aiming for the next season promotion, which is going to happen probably, company calibration usually happens around like November, December, where just before your bonus comes out and then your bosses will talk about, hey, who should I promote this one compared to the other one? So she has a really good runway to work on her visibility in the company, basically, and showcase her capability and also make her boss to see that she's actually valuable, right? So she has a very good runway at the timing that she actually come in to, find me to really pull her out from a 2 years worth of agony, because there was a lot of past incident happens before that makes her doesn't want to contribute in the team, right? Through the coaching itself, I gotta understand where she's coming from, and then I help her in terms of getting herself to change her mindset a little bit, and that's when she's actually by the end of the coaching sessions, 6 months, and she showed me her performance KPI from her HR. She's really up on track for the promotion.
Wow.
Should be happen already this year in April. Last year she came to me, yeah. So all these things really need to plan as according to what's happening in your life currently that needed to change, right? So there's a key questions you should ask. Everyone should ask yourself first. At this point of time, September, right? We have another 3.5 more months to 2024. What's happening in your life right now? What is the goal that you said you want to have back in January? Maybe type in the chat. How many of you actually still remember that?
Meaning
what was the goal? Yeah. What was your goal, maybe? Yeah.
The goal was actually going to get more collaborations and everything. But it's moving. It's moving. I up to what I'm actually planning. Yeah, it's moving. But how actually, I want to ask you, maybe you'd like to tell us on your point of view, how do you actually create, maybe some of them are, they just go by day. They do not actually plan well or do not know how to plan. Maybe you want to share with us on your points of view on how to actually plan or get your own settings right.
I think another sector that I want to ask is people that that last time they always do goal setting and it's always fail, right? It's like no matter 5 years ago and I keep doing the same thing but they keep failing, and in the end they say I give up. No more such thing as goal setting.
Yeah, so your point of view on this?
That actually, do you remember that I told a story about I want to change career back in 2017? It took me great 3 years. And I nearly gave up. I really nearly gave up. I say that my last job was with one of the government link company. And sometimes when I go into a taxi and then those uncle will chit chat with you. Where you work from? Oh, you're coming from this company. Oh, Golden Rice Bowl. I was thinking, oh man, I don't need to quit. I can see through this career until I'm 64. Right. So think about that. For that goal that has been hidden or a dream that has been hidden at the back of your head for the longest time. Why do you even have that in the first place? Right? And is it true that, because time has passed, I'm getting older, I'm getting less capable, that I should forget about that dream? Yeah. All of us have something in mind that we wanted to do all the time. And how many of us actually really, really achieve that? And that actually boils down to how do you set the goal in the first place and how do you see it through? Like what Nick says is actually how do you plan properly? Right? And so that you are moving one step ahead. Recently, I posted something on my Facebook, on my LinkedIn, and I say something like, every one of us make decision a little bit differently, right? And when you're at a fork road, should I choose this one? Should I choose that one? Should I go this way, this way, this way? My own problem at that point of time, I will stand there in the fog, stand here, and then, okay, let's see, right? Let's see. I'll just stand and stare, and until a point that, okay, oh, there's a tornado. Let me jump over here so that I won't get hit by the tornado over here. So it's becoming like you're being pushed by what's happening in your life. That's what happened to me in that last 3 years before I made that decision to switch. And a lot of people, some people stand there and do not make a decision. That's when it's being forgotten. Right? It's not that they say that they don't want to have, and I give up on doing this. It's, go back to the fundamental questions. Why do you even have that goal in the first place? There must be something triggers you. There must be some, pain that you want to get rid of. Maybe there's some problem you want to try and resolve. Or maybe you just want to have a better life, right? Creating opportunities, all of us are always talking about that. But creating opportunity needs you to pick step here or step here. You choose. Either way is hard. That one is guaranteed. You stand here, don't choose, also very hard.
So what happens if they choose wrongly? I mean,
see, when you choose wrongly, okay, let's say I choose this side. I walk one step forward. I walk one step forward already, huh? This direction better, like. Oh, I realize this is not for me. Change lah. Then at this point, right? You see, did you see that there's another fork over here? Then you're gonna choose. Okay, now I step here already. Wrong, salah. Yeah, I step here again. I step here lah. You don't make the first move, you never know whether is it wrong or right or wrong, ma. Correct? Otherwise, you'll be in your thinking brain and says that I'm scared I'm scared I fail. Right? I scared this thing will actually not for me. Right? A lot of us having that baggage at the back of our head. And the way that you are thinking will formulate into the way that you're doing things. Right? Like for example, it become very habitual for people not to take a step forward, to be fearful about what's coming up, or maybe to be worried about what's coming up as well. Does it make sense?
It makes sense.
Totally.
So actually, in terms of maybe you'd like to share with us how do we actually set up our goals? Is it better to do small goals, daily goals, or what is what we need to take note on when we are doing our own goal setting?
I will still say that I want to use back the 120K business target as an example. Imagine that you set up as a 120K versus a 12,000 per year per annum sales target. Which one you have more inertia that you want to move forward to actually grab that sales target? The bigger it is, the more adrenaline it will come. The smaller it is, and then you're becoming like, 12,000 very easy to hit lah. Let me start in April and June. Let's try to hit that sales target.
But how to make sure that it's not that high that we end up overwhelm ourselves?
Yeah, precisely. Let me explain it in a different way. When we set a target for ourselves, it is not to say that what am I able to achieve now. It's for me to say, what do I want to have at the end of the journey, the expected outcome, the results that I want to have at the end of the day. Because if we are pulling back that results just because I'm scared I just cannot achieve that, I'm scared I cannot run 42 kilometers, I'm scared I cannot hit 120K sales, I'm scared that the people that I speak to will not listen to me. I'm scared of all the things that has not happened yet. Right? That will actually have a pulling effect backwards and making people not moving forward. When you set a goal, how do you know that that is the number? Your mind, your heart, and your body will tell you. There's this ABC of the goal setting that I teach in my goal setting workshop. First of all, you must that is the first part.
think it's
And-
true.
Yeah, you will know. Yes, you will know. You will have that feeling of like, I'm scared to move forward, but at the same time, I'm feeling excited to move forward. Been there before?
Been there.
Yeah. Fun, right? Oh yeah, it's like riding a roller coaster, you know, when you go up, once you go down, so that's when people have the adrenaline. It should be the same way as goal setting. If you're setting a number or something measurable that doesn't give you the adrenaline, forget about it. Don't do. Might as well don't do. Serious.
For any normal person, when you want to do their own goal setting, what are the areas that you think is good for them to set a goal for their own life, basically?
I will ask this the same questions. What's happening in your life right now that needs to change? When I ask that questions, I'm sure something pops in your head. I'm sure for the audience as well who is joining us. Yeah. And when we have the first area of life that we pops up, it could be things in relation to the finance, to your health, to your career, to your maybe your the change of environment, or maybe it's in the area of like, for example, relationships. Yeah, relationships also got many kinds. Is it workplace relationship, or is it family relationship, or is it a spousal or parents and child relationship, or family as a whole, right? So, or is it a relationship of like being with a certain group of people, right? So something is popping in your mind when I ask it. Most of the time, people will have something pop in their mind when I ask the questions. What's happening in your life right now that need change? Yeah, and every one of us will have a different thing, and every part of the items that I mentioned in the list earlier on will have some numbers in that as well, right? And especially what do you want to focus on in 2024? Yeah.
In terms of maybe how do you get support in terms of make sure that your goals can be achieved, and make sure that how do you remind yourself that you must do this, make sure you double check on whether this every day are able to do this or not. How do you actually double check yourself on that?
Yeah, accountability is important. Be specific in terms of having accountability. I'll give you an example. I have my own daily ritual routines, right? And every morning I need to pack my kitchen, right? The bowls are clean and then it's dry and I need to pack it nicely. It's a therapeutic moment for me as well. To see the kitchen is actually packed up nicely with all my bowls and my cups and my spoon, right? So it gives me back a sense of like I'm doing something to set the day right. Some people go into bed making up the bed nicely, or some people may be going around the house to clean up and stuff like that. Some people may be drinking 2 glasses of water, and some people may be going out for a jog, right? So the routine and itself is actually really, really important to set up yourself to be accountable to what you say you're gonna do. Same thing for goal, right? There may be certain things that you are doing not related to the goal at all, but the way that you do certain things will affect how you're looking and how you're doing in your goals. If you get what I'm trying to say, because the way that you set up yourself for any day will tell me how serious are you in terms of getting your goal achieved. Because I've ever met people are super busy that doesn't know what they are doing every day. So when I ask them to reflect on the day itself, it always come out in the comment like, nothing special today. I didn't do anything much. But in fact, when I ask the question a little bit deeper, and I say, so what have you been doing? I'm just very busy. They can't recollect exactly what is accomplished and also what needs to be changed and what is working and what is not working. Because all these things set us up in terms of how we take a look at our daily activity. Even those small steps towards certain goal. I have a client, he's very busy as well. Exercise, right? And he says that every day he wants to exercise 30 minutes. And traveling all the time. Hotel in and out, this city, that city, and all these things happening. And when every single time come to coaching and says that I don't have time for this and for that. And I say, okay, so you have set up yourself to exercise an hour a day. right? I say, you can't afford that at where you are at currently. What needs to change? So that is a key question. Every single time when we're moving towards a goal, it's not about going through a schedule and rigid time schedule or time planning, calendar planning. But sometimes things pops up, and how do you change quickly? Remember the steps I said? I take one step in, it's salah, that's wrong, then I need to change. So for that client, I ask him, 1 hour too much, right? But you still want to exercise. The direction is towards going exercise. But once this step find it too challenging, I say change. So how can you change and how can you adjust? Okay, whatever hotel he goes to, there's a gym, right? I say, okay, I can only afford half an hour. Okay, good, do half an hour, right? And he's still getting his fitness goal achieved. It's a sooner or later thing. It is not about making it small in the first place so that I can achieve it. It's about making it big so that I can make adjustment along the way. Even though you may not achieve maybe 42-kilometer marathon run, but at the end of the day, because the goal is so big and you have never run marathon before, let's say ground zero, yeah? And then you kind of like, oh man, after 6 months, I can run 10 quick, yeah, right? It's a sense of achievement, and we always celebrate any achievement that we have achieved in any small milestones. And that gives you the momentum to charge forward. 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer, 30 kilometer, 42 kilometer, right? So that's the milestone that I'm actually talking about, using running marathon as an example. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. And for your opinion, is every goal need to be achieved? Or there's something called a goal that we actually, not even for us, but we are doing for someone else?
Give me some example on that, man.
Like people that say, oh, I want to be fit. I want to have six pack, right? But actually in the mind, it's like, oh, I want to be six pack so that my partner actually love me.
Okay.
So the six pack is not the real goal that I want.
Yeah. The goal, the intention, I would say that is my partner will love me. Or someone wants to have six pack because I want to have a new girlfriend. Or maybe I want to, really. Some men really will love six pack for some reasons. Yeah, for whatever reasons that you are doing the goal, becoming your motivation factor. If you're setting up yourself for a goal, but there's no reasons for that, that will actually, I would say that it's very, very challenging to actually move through that because there's no reasons for you to do things. I understand the context of for others. It's more like still for me, right? If I'm a man that I have a six pack, if I get a new pretty girlfriend, for who? Me, what? The girl actually got a six pack by result, by product. The girl get my six pack. Right, for ladies, and then you just want to dress well to get a new boyfriend, maybe, right? And by dressing well, you feel confident at the end of the day. Getting a boyfriend is a byproduct. That you're in the relationship at the end of the day. Does it make sense? Right.
Makes sense. Yeah, because for certain reason, I notice a pattern that when we do it for others, yes, the motivation is there. But once you reach the goal, the byproduct, as per se, like once we got the girlfriend, when we found a new relationship, that no longer becomes true. I will stop exercising. People start to stop doing things because they have achieved the real goal that they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is your point of view on that area?
Common, and it's like a withdrawal process. That I'm there already, I'm done, and then should I continue? Right? But let me share with you this. Once you achieve certain things, you cannot look back anymore. You cannot look at your one pack, which is a round pack. You cannot look at your round pack anymore. Once from 6 to 4 to 3 to a round pack, you cannot take it anymore because you know the taste of having that result. Makes sense? You know what I'm talking about? Because you know the taste of getting a result, you find all the ways to be there again one more time. So because it makes you feel good. Yeah.
So you think this is attitude and habit is very important?
Yes. It essentially, when you have a goal, you go through a change process, right? And we build on awareness about how, let's just say six pack, I build on awareness of one round pack versus six pack, right? And for you to be able to accept back the round pack is challenging now. You know what I mean? For example, again, sales target 120K. When you hit that, the next one you want to double that 240. You do not want to go back to below 100. Make sense, right? Because we always want to aim for the next one. Otherwise, then what's the point of going through the change process of getting yourself to accept the next higher level of performance, right? You cannot underperform anymore. And imagine you're at that level, you underperform, you will feel a lot of guilt towards yourself, and you start to sabotage yourself. Things can go really in a very different directions. Maybe don't have six-pack girlfriend will leave you.
Yeah, so since I'm actually, we met before and I share what I do. And what do you think about the point of view that past baggage that we have is actually will affect the goal that we set for ourselves?
Yes, past baggage especially will greatly affect the size of your goal, right? And some people say that I'm scared I cannot run 42 kilometers. Let me set 10 first. But in fact, you're aiming for the year-end marathon. In your heart, it's like I want to aim for the next marathon. COVID opens already, marathon may be coming back, that kind of things. And because it could be physical challenge, it could be health challenge that you cannot run that much. Many reasons. And that actually pulls you backwards. And that's when the whole baggage is actually weighing you down. And your size of your goal shrink. That's what happened with the baggage. That's why I say it's in relation to the size of the goal that you say you want to have. And I want to ask the questions on that front. For those who have ever shrink your goal before, why do you even say a number, a measurable number in the first place? And then you kind of like, I got not enough time to, now it's September already, and now only I set 120K sales target. One more quarter, how to hit? Maybe I divide by 4. Then you are not allowing yourself to look for the possibility to close a 120K sales target in the next 4 months. Right? You're not doing justice for yourself at the end of the day. Is it even worth it to mention that 120K? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But isn't it? It's like sometimes without a coach for sure. What I mean is like when we are doing it ourselves, we don't even know that we are subconsciously shrinking our goal.
Yeah.
It's like we just say like, okay maybe I want to be a better salesperson. 120K can or not? Maybe cannot lah. Maybe now 50K first 50K. Then how can a person catch themselves to say, hey, actually I'm shrinking my own potential?
Yeah, in Chinese saying we have. Let me translate directly into English. There's this saying that the third party will have a better eyes than yourself, right? And the third party can actually see a little bit more clearer than yourself because you only have your own brain to logicalize things based on your current perceptions. That you may not see the new possibility yet because you have not opened that door. Right? Once you open up that door, you see a new possibility, then your world start to change, the perception start to change. And in order for you to actually go through that door, right? Wouldn't it be easier if someone opened up the door for you? Right? Like it can be someone who's helping you along the way. Accept the help. And when someone wants to give you feedback, listen to that. And you reflect on what's going on. Why am I not doing things? More like, why am I doing certain things and not doing certain things? Or why am I doing certain things that doesn't move, right? What's working and what's not working that's happening in my daily tasks that not getting me achieve the results, basically, right? Having someone to open up the door for you is a lot faster. You can try to open a door, right? let's just say the door is locked and you're trying to learn the pricking method, or you go and be a handyman, you try to open up the door yourself, or learn how the mechanism, or use a hammer, you can use all these things, right? DIY ma. Yeah, no problem. When? Right?
That's true.
Yeah. I use
Sometimes the door is open, but we are scared to actually step forward. That's the worst thing.
Yeah. Open really hard, scared to step forward. But there's a hand to help you lah. Come, I hold you, we walk together. Right? Safer, right? This is something very natural in human being. Yeah. Human beings are designed to be having the sense of belonging together. If you are decided to do things alone, psychologically speaking, your soul may die at the end of the day, because you are not doing it with someone, right? And if you're doing it with someone, with a group of people, or with a coach, or with someone that you trust, and things can look very different, right? Because we are designed to be together
with other people.
Yeah, we are designed to just get connected with people. We are designed to not to be alone. If you are always be alone, we kind of like extinct million years ago already.
Yeah. So there's two questions here. One of them is from Coach Hassan, saying that you are suggesting to make a smaller goals and go through this achievement that you can reach the goal, right?
No, I don't suggest to make a smaller goal, because I think I mentioned earlier on, this baggage has a correlation to your size of your goal. And because of the baggage is weighing you down, saying that I don't think I'm healthy enough to run 42 kilometers. I don't think I have enough time to actually clock 120K sales in the next 3 months. I don't think I'm good enough to even have a pretty girlfriend or pretty boyfriend or pretty husband, pretty wife, right? A handsome husband, pretty wife. And you're having that thought that's running in your mind, your goal will shrink. What I'm saying is, like, make a goal bigger in a way that you said you really want to have, that gives you that adrenaline. That adrenaline will charge you forward. And even though you don't hit that 42 kilometer by the maybe year end, hitting 20 is good. Is something, is an achievement already from ground zero. I'm talking about, let's say, marathon. Nobody, for those who never run before, right? For those who never run, to running 20 kilometer, wow, great deal, right? But in their mind, they are setting up themselves to be prepared for the 42. Do you think by consistent?
Another things that I realized on myself, this is a very strange one, just nice the context before I forget that.
Yeah.
That is true of what Charlene has said, because in my early stage, and everyone here know that hypnotherapy is not well accepted in Singapore at all.
Yeah.
So I put a crazy goal saying that I will give a talk for Mandd. I'm not sure how, I'm not sure when, but I will definitely want to give a talk for Mandd. I put that aside. I mean, my goal setting is put it in the air, then hoping that my road will be correctly there. And because of collaboration, like what Charlene said, I'm thinking I want to approach myself. Everything failed. I've been rejected totally. And I try to accept what people suggest, like, oh, meet with this person, that person. Nicely said that early this year, actually, I've managed to talk for Mandd.
Wow.
To share about hypnotherapy. So I'm thinking that what Charlene shared is true. Like, if we don't block up ourselves and we really try our best, I think universe will say wonder for us in a sense.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another one from Yaya Ayub. Say, my goal is to achieve 10K a month. So I have 4 months left. Okay, after listening, I understand about the 6-pack actually go to fight a girlfriend. So my question is, how do I decipher this goal of mine?
I think for me, this part is in the subconscious area. If I can ask Yahya, why this 10K is important for you? If you can type, if I ask you in a heart-to-heart manner, why 10K is important for you?
Yeah, good question there. Why must 10K? Why not 12? Why not 9? Why 10?
More happiness. Do you think that the paper-wise that you receive 10K without you able to do anything will give you that happiness. You are lying down, cannot move, but you hold 10K. You can't spend the 10K. People, because for this part is the one that I learned the hard lesson. Is the means is not the goal. You want the 10K to do something. It's not the 10K that you want. It's something that the 10K can give you is the one that you want.
Absolutely right. The six-pack give you girlfriend. 10K give you what? What 10K? That's why I asked ma. Okay, it could be for what good things, right? Okay, since the guy is on the chat talking about things I see. The very first mistake everyone trying to decipher their goal or like trying to get into why, the question of why, right? Be clear and specific. What does this 10K can gives you, right? Happiness, not clear, not specific. What does it mean?
Yeah, because I've been told if happiness can be put inside this cup, you can say it's what you want is happiness.
Yeah. And I share with you guys one story. Again, one of my clients doing fitness goal again. very funny. He says that, he says that he wants to do yoga and there's certain pose that he wants to achieve. For the first few weeks, I don't understand why must that be that pose. And he's a beginner in yoga and I say, okay, let's schedule a time, do this, do that, do this, do that, when you're going to do practice and all these things. And then subsequently, he says that I do yoga because I want to have better health. And I go like, okay, better health. Why you want to have better health? Oh, so that I can play with my grandson. Okay, so what is it that important for you so that I can, chase and run after him? All right, so that is something that is actually doing yoga can give it to him. And one more thing I can discover is because of the certain positions, helps him to sit up straight easily, right? Certain yoga training, you can actually train certain muscle group and then also a posture. And that posture is important for him to keep up with that body strength as well. And so that he can actually run better with the grandson. And that's when I discover, something else is actually motivating him to do that yoga. Yoga is just a tool. It's just a tool for you to achieve certain things. Like for Yaya, 10K is money just a tool. Agree? And then the money is actually helping you to do something. Yes, do more good things. But what is good things look like to you? Give to charity every month, 10K? Can. No problem if that's your definition of good thing, right? Or maybe 10K allows me to help more people by does photography. Maybe take really nice family pictures with those old folks' house, people with their children. Maybe no, I'm just giving some ideas here. So what does this 10K can do for you? Yeah. Think about that. 6-pack can give you girlfriend. 10K can give you what? Exactly. Girlfriend is a see, can touch, and feel person. Okay. Good things cannot see, cannot feel, cannot touch.
So actually, is it better to actually to when you do a specific goal setting, you must always keep on asking why, whether is it why this is okay, why is it better to double check?
Okay, I do have 7 steps of like asking certain specific questions, which I actually run in a workshop together with Mandd on this, right? Maybe I'll just take some time to share on this. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So that particular workshop will be run monthly, and we are helping people to set goals. You'll be able to understand what is the internal baggage that is actually behind you and what is actually pulling you down. That's what Mandd does best. How I'm actually does best in this collaboration with Mandd is how to design your destiny, asking the right question. There's indeed 7 step questions that I ask for all my private clients that I'm sharing in this workshop here at a very cheap price here at $50, right? This is going to be a 3 hours workshop. You get to work on your own internal baggage run by Mandd, and you get to really pin down the right goal in the specific way so that it's executable, right? It's very easy to say that I want a 10K a month. but how to execute that, right? And why do I want that? And what is important behind this 10K? So it's all being answered in that 7 questions there. And I hope that, having this workshop can get people a little bit more clarity in terms of what they want to achieve. And it's really a great time for upcoming 2024. By the way, this morning, I was with my mentor coach, and we are really talking about goal setting in 2024. It's not early, and it's preparations. And every year, I get my goal done by November for the next year. I don't wait until Christmas time. Christmas is celebration. Yeah. Right. So when you are clear about what you want, how do you design your destiny? At the end of the day, you feel empowered, right? It's both ways. One is your internal baggage is pulling you down. One is the execution part. How are you planning it forward, right? Yeah. So this workshop is designed to actually share a little bit more about that.
I think another part that we will bring forward together with Charlene is actually we forget something. If the goal is a dirty goal and Yahya really get 10K a month, but actually he cannot fulfill what he wants, he will lose all of the 10K a month.
That's absolutely right.
If you realize that there's a lot, that's why people say it's the jackpot syndrome, right? After you get the jackpot, you win $1 million, then 1 year later, poof,
gone.
Gone, and worse, you have more debt than money.
Yeah.
And even for me myself, I catch what happened to me, that I achieved the goal that I set, but it's actually not something that I really want to achieve. And I sabotage myself to lose that goal. So that is the part that we want to bring up to people that, when you really achieve that goal, are you happy? Will you be happy before you work thousands of dollars in front? We bring you there first to enjoy. Is it really what you want? So that is what will make the workshop really, really different.
Yeah, absolutely right. So sometimes it's kind of, to me, I feel very time wasting if the goal is set but not achieved. I felt that for the longest time in the past before, during that 3 years, deciding to change or not to change career. Right. So there's many fronts that I am considering at that point of time. It's all about making a decision to set up this business. And I'm still here after 2 years.
Yes.
There is one comment actually. For me, it's from Hisam Ahmad. For me, the happiness brings the joy of doing things. It's not a monetary value, but the value of empathy, of showing or teaching what is need for the value given to people that are listening or asking. I think he want to share this what happiness for him. I feel so.
Yeah, I'm with him, man.
So, any last question for you, Mandd, to Charlene?
The first thing first is, if everyone of the listener wanted to find you, how would they be able to find you or to engage your service on goal setting area?
Yeah, well, that PayNow number is actually my number. You can actually take a screenshot of this. And otherwise, you can actually follow me mostly on LinkedIn to take a look at some of the activities and some of the sharings and newsletter that I put in some wisdom and also the some tips, right? If for those people who are serious in working on your own goal and you're seriously looking out for a coach, I do a matchmaking session called the Clarity Call, right? So can I post the link here, or I can post it in a Facebook later on as well?
You can send it to us. We'll put it into the Facebook.
Yeah. So just click the link at the Facebook comments later on, or the Facebook post. That's when you can actually book a session. It's complimentary, but I have a requirement for people to come in for that complimentary session. So I'll screen before I agree on a call, even though you book the call, right? So that's because it's a serious matter for a coach to be really serious to help you to achieve your goal. That's what makes me feel fulfilling, right? When I see my client achieve their goal, okay, my job is done. Yeah. Right. And I only work with serious people who wants to, work on their own limiting beliefs, work on their limited mindset, changing them into something that is a new self, right? Remember the earlier on example I gave is, it's like, yeah, once you have a 6-pack already, you don't want to go back to 1-pack. You can't unseen things that you have seen already. So that's my job over here. And that's the value that I bring forth for my clients.
Is there any more last question from the audience here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my last question for Charlene. How do you actually make sure that we set and accomplish our own goals?
We set and accomplish our own goal.
Yes.
When things are not working, you have to be able to be see, okay, more like willing to see what's working and not working, right? A lot of us want to be really positive. Yeah, today fail, never mind, tomorrow I still have tomorrow. But not really looking into what is not working and really be honest with yourself. This is not a questions about, having judgment or assumptions from other people. It's more, there's a lot of times we self-sabotage, like what Mandd says. We self-sabotage until we do not want to see what's not working. And we, let me think positively around it, right? And sometimes looking at what's not working gives you an idea in terms of changing the directions, changing the steps, right?
Thank you so much, Charlene, for sharing with us all your insight on this goal setting and actually better planning. So any one of you who want to chat with her, just get onto her onto the LinkedIn. Look for Charlene Ng. Okay. And also she will share with you the link based on how to get her to get one-to-one with her in the Facebook Live comments later. All right. Thank you everyone for tonight's show. It's been good. So sorry that Frederick did not able to come for today because he was at the Rotary doing a talk as well. So basically he will join us back next week. So looking forward to talk to you for the next topic for the next one. See you guys, everyone. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Have a good rest.
Good night, everyone.